In my previous class, we have already discussed about the organization of production, where we discussed the land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. That is very much important for exam point of view. Now, in my second part, in farming in Palampur, we will see the agriculture in Palampur, where you can see that the farming or agriculture is the main occupation for 75% villagers, where they depend on agriculture for their livelihood. Okay, but one thing you have to remember, that the area or the land which is present in Palampur village, that is fixed. You cannot increase the land. But after the 1960s in Palampur, what happened now? Some kind of wasteland which is converted into cultivatable land or agricultural land. This become cultivatable for the farmers. Okay, now in this number 2 point, you can see that, is there any way, or is there a way one can grow more from the same land? Means from the same land, how the agricultural productivity will grow, how the product will increase. Okay, so for that reason, what is actually you have to learn now here, two types of uh, crop season is given. Number one is kharif crop and number two is rabi crop. You have to remember that kharif crop is the crop that that is actually that produced during the time of rainy season. Or rabi crop is the crop during the time of December, October to December. Okay, and you have to remember from your book that the example of kharif crop is jowar and bajra, and for rabi crop, wheat, mustard, gram. This is the rabi crop. And one more another crop is there, but in your book it is not given. That is zaid crop. Zaid crop means it is summer season crop. Cucumber or watermelon is the example. Okay, now you have to remember. You have to just remember that in the village Palampur, how the productivity will be increased. So there are many ways are there, but in this village they introduce the well developed irrigation system. Okay, and many techniques for the increasement of the production. Here you can see that electricity came early in Palampur, like every villages of India. Okay, and it become very good for irrigation, where in previous time the Persian wheels were they were using Persian wheels to draw the water from the wells and irrigate some fields. But nowadays electric run tube wells, which could irrigate much area very easily. Okay, this is I think very clear. So from this is very much clear. Now we have to remember the one thing, that the what is a multiple cropping. To grow more than one crop on a piece of land during 1 year is called multiple cropping. Multiple cropping, you just remember the definition of multiple cropping. That is enough. Okay, so all farmers in Palampur, they at least grow more than two crops in a year. Okay, so for that reason, what is happening now? The production is finally increasing day by day. Okay, and one thing I have forgot to tell, that the surplus production of wheat and surplus production of sugarcane, they selling the wheat in a Raiganj village, and the sugarcane they selling in Sahapur. Okay, I think now it is very much clear to you. I will not read line by line, but I will indicate you that important things which will be asked in exam. Okay, now the most important part of this session, that is actually the green revolution. The idea of green revolution, that actually came in the early 1960, which is introduced by Dr. M.S. Swaminathan. And what is actually a green revolution? What is the idea? That green revolution is actually the one type of technique. By using the different types of techniques, like